Good afternoon. I think I'm online. Yes, I'm online. Amazing, it works. Wi-Fi out in the courtyard. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to my daily broadcast. My name is Barry Selby. I am a best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert, helping strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. And I'm also a passionate champion for the divine feminine, which is why I'm getting to this topic today. Today is the last day of a 3-day event I've been at. My friend Deborah Kagan has been running this event called Rock Your Mojo Women's Weekend 2018 here at Hotel MDR, where I've been shooting pictures and networking and also selling my book and coaching and speaking offline. So the topics this weekend have been provoked by the conversations in the room. Yesterday was about... You know what? I don't remember what yesterday's topic was. Let's start with today's topic. If you haven't seen my broadcast before, I do these talks every day. This is number 311, an ongoing series of talks called Message to the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. And it's a bit brighter here, so I'm sorry I'm squinting, but it's kind of hard to see clearly. There we go, something like that. And today's topic is really inspired by hearing from the women this weekend. There were 60 women in the room. We're not done yet, actually. We finished about an hour and a half, but I've got time to step out and do this talk as I commit to doing this 4:30 p.m. Pacific time pretty much every day. Pretty much 4:30 every day, that way around. So the topic today is going to piss some people off. Truth be told, talking to some women this weekend, it was very evident how many women are waking up. With the Me Too movement that's been going on, with the transformational awareness and the goddess movement, that something's happening for women nowadays. There are a lot more women waking up and becoming self-aware and self-supportive. That a lot of the crap that men have been giving them for the last 50, 60, 100 years doesn't hold water anymore. It doesn't work anymore. And this is kind of a demand for other men to wake up. I'm not saying I'm most awake, but I am certainly... I don't want to do it comparatively, it's not going to work. I'm certainly on the path, I'll put it that way. I've been on this journey for a long time, particularly the last 11 years, discovering, owning, and expressing my purpose in the world, which is why in the title I talked about how men, it's time to own our calling. I didn't say ours, I said yours, but let me say it's time for us to own our calling. I'll include myself, I may edit the title accordingly. Because, first of all, the world needs this. Us men owning our purpose. Wow, that was a noisy exhaust. Secondly, we need clarity of what our calling is, our purpose is, to actually function in the world, to be effective, to be successful, to be whole. It's easy to make lots of money at the expense of health, of relationships, of other people. That's not living your purpose. If your purpose sacrifices somebody else, that isn't your purpose. The calling, the purpose of talking to for men is really something that is really what is fueled by the masculine heart. And men who don't understand the masculine evolution or the development of the masculine heart are absolutely clueless about what I'm talking about. They're driven by ego, survival, neck up, no function, no hope, no desire, no purpose to make a difference. The man who has discovered, has dived into his own vulnerabilities, his heart is opening to grow, to succeed, to thrive in a heartfelt way, can step into and own his calling, his purpose, and make a difference in the world. The women who are waking up demand nothing less. This journey that I've been on for a long time, I think a lot of other men are too. And let me say this, a lot of men are waking up. A lot of men are awake. And I don't just mean eyes open looking at the TV, that isn't awake. That's not what I mean. I guess, people use the term, are you woke? I don't mean it that way either. What I mean is self-aware, self-confident, self-supportive, self-compassionate, self-approving, and self-supportive. And I truly mean that from the place of heart, not mind. The paradigm I'm really aware of now more than ever is a lot of men are confused as to how to respond to women, how to respond to each other, how to function in the world, without going back into the old default ways that don't work. Let me give you some advice. let me see how I put this in a way that sounds not too patronizing, but also effective. For us men, personally, I feel it's never been more clear in my life than it is now. This challenge a lot of men where they go, I don't have to respond to women, how to treat women. Reflecting on something. Let me say this. This is going to be a sideways context, what's what we're looking for? A detour. So bear with me as I go through this detour and I'll come back to the story. For those of you who haven't been watching this, there was a video clip that was taken from a Tony Robbins event, Unleash the Power Within. It was, I forgot what it's called. Up in San Jose a month ago, a few weeks ago, where he had a conversation that was recorded, sharing with a woman on a microphone who had this thing about the Me Too movement. Something he said in the middle of that. I'm not going to go into the whole details because that was a powerful talk, and a friend of mine, Destin Garrick in San Diego, I think he is, actually interviewed her on Facebook Live. And it was a pretty aware, pretty smart conversation. But the actual piece I want to talk about is a statement something he said in the middle of sharing with her about his experience. He said that the challenge with the Me, again, and I'm paraphrasing, so my language may word may be off, but he says something along the lines of, the Me Too movement has affected many men differently. It has some challenges. A lot of men don't know how to act. He said one of his clients, who's a very successful businessman, was looking to hire someone to work in his department. And he interviewed 2 men and a woman. And the woman was the most qualified. But because she was so beautiful, he didn't want to hire her, so he hired one of the men. Because he was scared of what would happen. He didn't trust himself. That, to me, is the biggest bullshit game that men play. I can't trust myself because she's too beautiful. Get over yourself. I'm sorry to say it this way, but I'm really tired of this. I'm around beautiful women all the time. Doesn't mean doesn't mean I want to lust after them. Doesn't mean I want to take them to bed. Doesn't mean I want to insult them or talk about it behind the back. None of that. I admire them. Yes, I'm attracted to them, and I'll tell them if need be. But I do it from a place of integrity. That's the word, I guess it is. Gentlemen, if you won't give a beautiful woman the time of day because you're worried what you might say or do, you need to get some serious help. Ladies who are in the ownership of who they are magnificent, are beautiful. And frankly, if you are in your real integrity as a man, if you are as a masculine man, and you really are an awake and awoke and all this different zoology type of man, you can say to her, I admire you, you look amazing, you're gorgeous, those sort of things in a way that is complimentary, not lascivious and not patronizing, and it's not, what's what I'm looking for? It's not callous either. It's not the right word, but it'll do for now. There's more men that are needed to be awake, or woke if you want to call it that. I don't believe it's the right word for me in this context. I mean that men are aware of who they are as masculine men, who understand what women have been through, has compassion for them, and is more like a man who's awake and aware is more like a man who is a guardian of women in general. Yes, a guardian of women in general. I've said that was the experience I had in 2007 after my first experience of this work. It woke me up to a whole new place in myself as a warrior, as a caring man who respected women. Maybe for the first time in my life, that was from a much healthier place than I've ever been before. And for women who are waking up, who are becoming more conscious, more aware, more self-directed, they need men like us. Because, for one, they won't have relationships with men who aren't that, so you miss out, guys. Secondly, the way the world's headed, this is where we're going. Waking up, being conscious, conscious communication, conscious connection, conscious relationship is the way of the future. This unconscious paradigm we've lived in for the last bunch of years won't cut it anymore. That's why it's coming up so much now. It's coming to the surface because it's time to be done with it, and we're changing the paradigm. And this is something I know is true. I don't have the answers to give you in this video. This is more like a provocation, invocation, invitation, instigation. It's a nudge and a reminder for all of us, men and women, to get up to play a bigger game, to step up to a bigger way of being, to serve, to express, to trust ourselves, to trust each other, and to really live our calling. It's time. not sure if there's anything else to say. I just wanted that's my rant. Apparently it's a Sunday rant today. By the way, no, it was a by the way. It went by the way. I think I made my point. If this has resonated for you, I appreciate you. Let me know in the comments below. If you have any feedback, I appreciate the feedback as well. I mean, either way, wherever it goes, I appreciate that. If you want to find out more about my work, you can go to my website, which is barrysilver.com. This is one in a series of ongoing talks called Messages to the Masculine. It's number 311. I do this every day around 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. You can catch these on Facebook Live, but they're also on YouTube. When I finish with this, I download it to YouTube, and you find it there, which is and the Messages to the Masculine playlist on the channel, which is Barry Selby. If you need help in your developing relationships, you reach out to me. I do offer a complimentary clarity session, this discovery session. If you go to my website, again, barryselby.com, you click on the Let's Chat button. The videos, by the way, these videos end up on the video blog there, and you can get help in this area. And I'm going to go inside again because I'm squinting too much. It's so bright out here. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being with me, as always. Your homework tonight is to ask yourself, because you give homework every day, where can I be more awake, more aware, more in touch with who I am? And if you get some ideas, please put in the comments below. Or if you're too shy, send them to me over social media. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.